Walk me home during the day off. I have the buggy. I already showed it to you earlier. I've got candy and groceries on here. I put 2 of my cups on the top of the buggy, and then I have one in my shoulder bag here. I would like to put my protein shake in them, like in the morning, and just take it with me when I go, and then I'll throw it away somewhere. Sorry. Ron always used to say, 2 Peter says the universe is going to melt and burn anyway, so you don't need to worry about recycling. I try to be a good steward, but I do use this stuff. And interesting side note, when I bought the house, I was very interested in the backyard gardening, and I sent away for a soil test, and they said your soil is really good. And so I started, plotting out. I had the utility guys out. This is just how I operate. I'm very analytical on this kind of thing. And I called them and said, you need to flag all your pipes. I don't want to dig something up. And the whole middle of the yard is full of pipes. So the area I had planned to use, I couldn't. But the north side of my backyard was good. So I, mapped out some garden beds, and I started digging in. I found a lot of styrofoam buried in the backyard. Takeout containers and plastic cups like the ones I bought. And I believe the construction crew did that when they were building the house. So I thought that was interesting. And they had not decomposed at all. So yes, that's bad to get these things, but sometimes convenience takes it. And I just had a really hard time getting going today, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But I got my shower, I did my God time, I cleaned out the fridge, I did most of the dishes. That car's coming. I'm gonna wait. Okay. Yeah, stuff like that, and just took out the trash. I figured out what the bad odor was in the kitchen. There were 2 things. I think some milk had leaked in my trash can. And then I had brought half a hamburger home for Cleo, wrapped up in a plastic bag, and I stuck it in with my plastic bag collection. And I found it today, and so I got rid of it. So I did that, and I laid down for a little while, but I couldn't really nap. So I got up and I went to the grocery store, Jody's. It's pretty close to my house, and I like their selection. So, and I thought, what would I really like to do today? Cooking. I thought, you know what? I would like to make my cheddar burgers. So, I got ground turkey and ground beef. Now, I could have got a 3-pound ground beef for about $12. It looked pretty good. But I thought I would try it with the turkey and the beef. I'm just curious to mix it. So, I'm going to do that. And I already have the spices I need at home. I'm going to actually use just, single spices. And it's okay. And that electric car was very nervous about me and my buggy. They don't know who the hell I am, what I'm doing. They don't know I'm a homeowner. They don't know any of that. So they just want to get away from me, which is fine. So, like the t-shirt says, I'm not for everyone. So, so I got that, and I was thinking, what kind of shredded cheese do they have? And it hit me. They have this really good, spicy shredded cheese. And I thought that would be fantastic. So I got that. It was like $3. And I didn't get buns, because if I'm going to invest in carbohydrates, I want it to be something that's really worth eating, like a sausage biscuit, that kind of thing. The biscuit that, that's what comes off. I don't want just like bread just for the sake of bread, I would rather just eat the meat with a fork or my bare fingers than just eat, just to eat it. So I didn't get any bread. And I didn't get any sliced cheese because it's going to have cheese in it. So I have barbecue sauce at the house if I decide I want that, but I don't think I'm going to do it this time. And so I got Outreach stuff. They had the bars, thank God. They had most of the candy I needed, which is good. They were down to 3 boxes of jumbo size Ziploc bags, jumbo sandwich. That was it. Now I can use jumbo sandwich. That'll work fine with the Bibles I have. But that was it, guys. I had nothing else. I know, teasing the guy, you have any in the back? And he started rubbing the back of his neck. I said, I know you don't. It's okay. That was bad of me to tease. Because people always ask me that. I know better. So, I snatched him up and hit him. And about that time, a lady walked up to me and she said, I'm homeless and I need something to eat. I don't have any money. I said, well, there's a passage in Acts where Paul is talking to a guy who asked him for money. And he says, I don't have money, but in the name of Jesus, get up and walk, because the guy was paralyzed. And he did. So I didn't do that, but I said, I don't have money, but I have this. And I gave her gospel back, and she was happy. So, you know, that was good. And then I went through the checkout. Cashier got a gospel packet. The bus driver got a gospel packet. He was one of my regulars. Normally, I see him very late at night. So it was funny to see him during the day. I was teasing him. What are you doing driving? It's still late out. My hair is caught. And he laughed. He said he's going to leave the route for a while. I think a lot of the drivers are fairly burned out. So he didn't say that, but I just kind of got that. There's a school bus coming. I'm going to go across the street. Let's see. I am not impressed with how the local school buses are driven. They're not safe. So I don't want to be in their way. And oh, and I got these little thin steaks. They're real nice looking. I'm going to cook some in the iron skillet and maybe try 1 or 2 on the grill and just see, can I smoke it? And some pork chops. I'm going to make one for Cleo. She hasn't had a pork chop in a while. At least not for me. And then cook the other ones in the skillet, make some gravy with it. And I got some frozen vegetables, some kale, because, you know, I need to eat the meat with something. And Ron's mother always used to tell him you can't just eat meat. You know, they would try to make him fill up on starches when he was a kid. Because they were poor and they didn't have food stamps back then. So, now I'm not going to fill up on starch, but it wouldn't hurt to make some like a little kale, you know, sauteed kale or something with it. So, and have a good amount of kale. And I like kale just fine cooked. It's just got to have some flavor in it. You know, I don't want it by itself, and I don't want it raw either. So I am doing that, and it's clear right now. But when I came out of Jovi's, it looked like the rain was imminent. So I think once I get everything put up, I'm gonna lay down for a little bit, and then run out and start barbecuing. So that'll be good. And it's been too long. I'm about halfway home now, but that's it. Okay.